arrest of the Treasury Minister and a host of his juniors has once again shifted debate to the corruption investigation in the country. Leading these investigations are two men with contrasting backgrounds. One, a son of a senior political leader in Kenya, while the other, the offspring of urban poor parents who grew up in one of these slums in Nairobi. However, their unity in the fight against corruption has put them on the local and international map. Here's CGTN's Uche Okoronkwo with the tale of Kenya's Director of Public Prosecutions and the head of the country's investigating agency.
Growing up as a son of a senior administrator in Kenya, Nuruddin Haji had all the best that life could offer. His father is currently a senator. On the other end of life was George Kinoti. His life a total contrast from Haji's. He grew up in one of the slums in the Kenyan capital of Nairobi, where life was tough.
Me, I've come from the lowest of the society. That's why I was picked as a child, brought up by a mission. I have no idea where my money for my education came from, up to and including to the university. So when I look back and they say, let's say, our country is in plenty, and all the resources of this country are consolidated for the good of Kenyans. If I did not have somebody who sympathized to pick me and under sponsor, all the way in Europe, in Italy, actually, you have to be specific, to take care of me. But when knowing we have this country, everything, free education, free health, and all that, but I see the amount of money, you can see the amount of money we have, which actually is not little money. It can run this country, absolutely. It's going to individual people's pocket. Then you come and put me in the same bandwagon to deprive these people again. Where I've come from. Who are they crying to?
Haji would join the Kenyan intelligence and later be appointed as Director of Public Prosecutions, a post he currently holds. George, on his part, would rise through police ranks and head the country's criminal investigations agency. But the war on corruption has made these two gentlemen's paths cross.
We do have a personal relationship as friends. That goes a long way to build that relationship. And I think the president also has picked individuals who he believes can work together. If you look at the Inspector General, he's a colleague of mine. The EACC director was a former colleague. And we are able to sit down and agree without having tough wars amongst ourselves.
It is a unity of purpose driven by a duty to fight corruption and a dream to achieve the successful prosecution of people in high offices. In the wake of their collaboration, big names have fallen. Kenya's Minister of Finance and other senior officials at Treasury are the latest suspects to be dragged before court. But their initial crack struck at the country's National Youth Service, where over $100 million was alleged to have been lost through graft.
The test case was NYS, and quite a number of officers had to fall on the side because there was still those old frictions and silos, and we had to then build a team that would gel them together, and we've managed to do that.
That's the reason we say we are rejuvenated, we have been renewed, and more or less it's a renaissance as far as the DCI is concerned, because now the DPP is part and parcel of us.
Since then, these two men and their teams have instilled fear in the hearts of many.
He is the first DPP, I can say, who is a polished field officer. And investigations he knows very well because it was by capacity of his responsibility. He was an investigator in as much as he was in the intelligence. He was an operational man. This guy has commanded good operations, which even we did together.
Whether these two will see the end of corruption in the East African nation, only time will tell. Uche Okoronkwo, CGTN.